And we have 526,391 cases. So 20,457 deaths, 526,000 cases in America. Now that's a pretty brutal set of numbers. Worldwide, there have been 109,000 recorded deaths and 1,857,000 cases of diagnosed COVID. But this does not account for the burgeoning epidemic in South America and Africa. Places like Ecuador, which are just slammed, just terribly slammed, are not going to show up. But a lot of experts believe America has peaked, at least for this time. A second wave may come. We will see. OPEC, Russia, the United States, Mexico, all the small oil producers below us all agreed yesterday, and there's an output deal. Thus far, it's not registering in the market. Oil has faltered this morning. In fact, let me bring you the pre-market report, or the market report, brought to you by Birch Gold. I have been telling you for a very long time, you ought to diversify. And if you had diversified, you'd be very happy right now, because gold is at $1,740 an ounce. If you want to learn about diversification of gold, including part of your IRA or 401k, you go text my name, Hugh, H-U-G-H, to 474747. Right, that's pretty easy. H-U-G-H to 474747. They will teach you how to roll over all or a portion of your IRA. I don't believe in 100% in anything. I believe in diversification. But Birch Gold you can trust. They physically hold your gold, and they will tell you how to do it. No hardcore sales approach. If you want to buy gold, you can do it from Birch Gold. Go to hughgold.com. I bought physical gold from Birch in December. Might buy more, but I am diversified, and I believe in being diversified. So if you are one of those investors who have not yet taken that step to put 10, 20, 30% of your portfolio into precious metals, Birch Gold via Hugh, texted to 474747. The England and German indexes are open, and they are up. England is up almost 3%. Germany is up 2.25%. Futures in the United States are red, but we don't know how the market will do today, and we have no idea what oil will do. It's up a little bit right now at $23.10 a barrel, but it should gently but increasingly rise as production falls. Other headlines, a drug company, just a great story in the New York Times on how a group of people at Biogen, one of America's great drug companies, turned out to be super spreaders of the virus. They got together for their annual meeting at an elite healthcare conference in Boston, and they got together, and they all turned out to have COVID, and they all took it all over the country. Not so good. Big story in the New York Times yesterday. Joe Biden has been credibly accused, of a former Senate staffer of sexual assault. You can read all about Tara Reade's allegations. There will be more coming on that. Some doctors are moving away from ventilators for virus patients. That is a big headline from NBC News. Because, of course, everyone's been running around trying to, desperately, organized by Jared Kushner and others, produce new ventilators. Well, if the ventilators don't work, if they make it worse, not better, you have to worry about that, and you have to be aware of that, even the sunk cost, all right? If you were wrong, you were wrong. There's nothing you can do about being wrong, but you can stop being wrong and not be victim of oh, I spent so much time building these ventilators, I've got to use them. No, that's called sunk costs. Boris Johnson emerged from the hospital. I want you to hear what he had to say. It's so moving. We'll let the rest of the news wait. This is Boris Johnson, cut number 5 yesterday.
You're welcome.
Now to my political panel.
No, cut number 5. Cut number 5.
Good afternoon. I've today left hospital after a week in which the NHS has saved my life. No question. It's hard to find words to express my debt. But before I come to that, I want to thank everyone in the entire UK for the effort and the sacrifice you have made and are making. When the sun is out and the kids are at home, when the whole natural world seems at its loveliest and the outdoors is so inviting, I can only imagine how tough it has been to follow the rules on social distancing. I thank you because so many millions and millions of people across this country have been doing the right thing. Millions going through the hardship of self-isolation, faithfully, patiently, and with thought and care for others as well as for themselves. I want you to know that this Easter Sunday, I do believe that your efforts are worth it and are daily proving their worth. Because although we mourn every day those who are taken from us in such numbers, and though the struggle is by no means over, we are now making progress in this incredible national battle against coronavirus. A fight we never picked against an enemy we still don't entirely understand. We're making progress in this national battle because the British public formed a human shield around this country's greatest national asset, our National Health Service. We understood and we decided that if together we could keep our NHS safe, if we could stop our NHS from being overwhelmed, then we could not be beaten, and this country would rise together and overcome this challenge as we have overcome so many challenges in the past. In the last 7 days, I have, of course, seen the pressure that the NHS is under. I've seen the personal courage, not just of the doctors and nurses, but of everyone, the cleaners, the cooks, the healthcare workers of every description, physios, radiographers, pharmacists, who've kept coming to work, kept putting themselves in harm's way, kept risking this deadly virus. It is thanks to that courage, that devotion, that duty, and that love that our NHS has been unbeatable. I want to pay my own thanks to the utterly brilliant doctors, leaders in their fields, men and women, but several of them for some reason called Nick, who took some crucial decisions a few days ago, for which I will be grateful for the rest of my life. I want to thank the many nurses, men and women, whose care has been so astonishing. I'm going to forget some names, so please forgive me, but I want to thank Poling and Shannon and Emily and Angel and Connie and Becky and Rachel and Nikki and Anne. And I hope they won't mind if I mention in particular 2 nurses who stood by my bedside for 48 hours when things could have gone either way. They're Jenny from New Zealand, Invercargill on the South Island to be exact, and Luis from Portugal near Porto. And the reason in the end my body did start to get enough oxygen was because for every second of the night, they were watching and they were thinking and they were caring and making the interventions I needed. So that is how I also know that across this country, 24 hours a day, for every second of every hour, there are hundreds of thousands of NHS staff who are acting with the same care and thought and precision as Jenny and Luis. That is why we will defeat this coronavirus and defeat it together. We will win because our NHS is the beating heart of this country. It is the best of this country. It is unconquerable. It is powered by love.
That is Boris Johnson thanking the British people. It was very inspiring. When we come back, we talk about President Trump has got the highest ratings of his presidency. As Americans rally to the idea we're all in this together, I will talk more with you. I'm Hugh Hewitt. Stay tuned on this Monday edition of The Hugh Hewitt Show.